Tyrannosaurus rex, often abbreviated as T-Rex, is one of the most famous dinosaurs. It lived approximately 6 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. With its massive size, powerful jaws, and serrated teeth, T-Rex was one of the largest carnivorous dinosaurs, measuring up to 40 feet in length and weighing around 9 tons. Despite its portrayal in movies like Jurassic Park, Velociraptor was much smaller than commonly depicted, reaching only about 6 feet in length and weighing around 30 pounds. However, it was highly intelligent and agile, with a large sickle-shaped claw on each foot which it likely used for hunting. Stegosaurus is famous for its distinctive double row of large bony plates along its back and the spikes on its tail. These plates were likely used for thermoregulation and display rather than defense. Stegosaurus lived during the late Jurassic period, around 1,55150 million years ago. Brachiosaurus was one of the largest dinosaurs, with an estimated length of up to 85 feet and a height of around 40 feet. It had an unusually long neck, which it likely used to browse for vegetation in tall trees. Brachiosaurus lived during the late Jurassic period, around 1,54153 million years ago. Triceratops is one of the most recognizable dinosaurs, known for its large bony frill and 3 facial horns. Despite its formidable appearance, Triceratops was primarily a herbivore, using its beak-like mouth to graze on vegetation. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, approximately 6 million years ago. Ankylosaurus was a heavily armored dinosaur with thick bony plates covering its body and a club-like tail that it likely used for defense against predators. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 6 million years ago. Diplodocus was a long-necked, whip-tailed dinosaur that lived during the late Jurassic period, approximately 1,54152 million years ago. Despite its size, Diplodocus had a relatively small head and tiny brain, suggesting it may not have been particularly intelligent compared to some other dinosaurs. Archaeopteryx is often referred to as the first bird because it had both bird-like and reptile-like features. It lived during the late Jurassic period, around 150 million years ago, and is considered a transitional fossil between non-avian dinosaurs and modern birds. Spinosaurus is known for its distinctive sail-like structure on its back, formed by elongated neural spines. It was one of the largest known carnivorous dinosaurs, potentially even larger than Tyrannosaurus rex, and is believed to have been semi-aquatic, living in both water and on land during the Cretaceous period. Pteranodon was a type of flying reptile, not a dinosaur, belonging to the group known as parasaurs. It had a wingspan of up to 30 feet, making it one of the largest flying animals of all time. Pteranodon lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 880 million years ago. Allosaurus was a large, carnivorous dinosaur that lived during the late Jurassic period, around 1,55150 million years ago. It had a powerful jaw filled with sharp teeth and was likely an apex predator in its ecosystem. Allosaurus is one of the most well-studied theropod dinosaurs. Parasaurolophus is known for the long, tube-like crest on its head, which may have been used for communication or thermoregulation. This dinosaur lived during the late Cretaceous period, approximately 7673 million years ago, and was a herbivore, using its duck-billed mouth to feed on plants. Stegosaurus was a small, bipedal dinosaur known for its thick, domed skull and relatively large brain compared to other similar-sized dinosaurs. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 7774 million years ago. The purpose of its thick skull is still debated among scientists, with some suggesting it was used for head-butting behavior during intraspecific combat. Microraptor was a small, feathered dinosaur that lived during the early Cretaceous period, approximately 120 million years ago. It is known for its well-preserved fossil specimens that show evidence of feathers on both its arms and legs, suggesting it may have been capable of gliding or even powered flight. Oviraptor was a small, bird-like dinosaur that lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 7570 million years ago. Its name, which means egg thief, was given because the first fossil specimen was found near a nest of what was thought to be Protoceratops eggs. However, later discoveries showed that the eggs actually belonged to Oviraptor itself, and it was likely brooding them. Carnotaurus was a large, predatory dinosaur known for its distinctive horns above its eyes and its unusually short, deep skull. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 7269 million years ago, in what is now South America. Carnotaurus had a robust build and is believed to have been a fast runner. Iguanodon was one of the first dinosaurs to be scientifically described. In the early 19th century, it lived during the early Cretaceous period, approximately 140 million years ago. Iguanodon was a large, herbivorous dinosaur with a beak-like mouth and thumb spikes, which it likely used for defense against predators. Deinonychus was a medium-sized carnivorous dinosaur known for its sharp, curved claws on each foot, which it used to slash at prey. It lived during the early Cretaceous period, around 15108 million years ago. Deinonychus is closely related to birds and is often cited as an important link in the evolutionary transition from non-avian dinosaurs to birds. Brontosaurus, whose name means thunder lizard, was a massive, long-necked dinosaur that lived during the late Jurassic period, around 154 million years ago. Although it was once considered a separate genus from Apatosaurus, recent research suggests that Brontosaurus may indeed be a valid genus distinct from Apatosaurus. Dilophosaurus was a large, carnivorous dinosaur characterized by the two crests on its head. It lived during the early Jurassic period, approximately 1931 million years ago. Despite its portrayal in popular culture, there is no evidence to suggest that Dilophosaurus could spit venom as depicted in the movie Jurassic Park. Pachycephalosaurus, meaning thick-headed lizard, was a herbivorous dinosaur known for its thick skull roof, which could be over 10 inches thick in some specimens. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 7065 million years ago. Pachycephalosaurus likely used its thick skull for intraspecific combat, head-butting rivals during mating or territorial disputes. Amargasaurus was a unique sauropod dinosaur known for the double row of tall spines running along its neck and back, which may have supported a sail-like structure or even been covered in skin to form a hump. It lived during the early Cretaceous period, around 1291 million years ago, in what is now Argentina. Therizinosaurus was a bizarre dinosaur with long, curved claws measuring up to 3 feet in length. Despite its predatory appearance, it was actually a herbivore, using its claws to strip vegetation from trees and plants. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, approximately 7065 million years ago. Maiasaura, meaning good mother lizard, was a duck-billed dinosaur known for its extensive nesting grounds and evidence of parental care. Fossilized nests with eggs and hatchlings suggest that Maiasaura cared for its young, feeding them and providing protection. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 7670 million years ago. Compsognathus was one of the smallest known dinosaurs, reaching lengths of just around 3 feet. It was a bipedal carnivore with long legs and a slender body, similar in appearance to modern-day birds. Compsognathus lived during the late Jurassic period, approximately 150145 million years ago. Carnotaurus, meaning meat-eating bull, was a carnivorous dinosaur, known for its distinctive horns above its eyes and its unusually short, deep skull. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 7269 million years ago, in what is now South America. Carnotaurus had a robust build and is believed to have been a fast runner. Therizinosaurus was a bizarre dinosaur with long, curved claws measuring up to 3 feet in length. Despite its predatory appearance, it was actually a herbivore, using its claws to strip vegetation from trees and plants. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, approximately 7065 million years ago. Quetzalcoatlus was one of the largest known flying animals, with a wingspan of up to 33 feet. It belonged to a group of reptiles called parasaurs and lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 7066 million years ago. Quetzalcoatlus likely soared over open environments, possibly scavenging or preying on small animals. Deinonychus was a medium-sized carnivorous dinosaur known for its sharp, curved claws on each foot, which it used to slash at prey. It lived during the early Cretaceous period, around 15108 million years ago. Deinonychus is closely related to birds and is often cited as an important link in the evolutionary transition from non-avian dinosaurs to birds. Spinosaurus is known for its distinctive sail-like structure on its back, formed by elongated neural spines. It was one of the largest known carnivorous dinosaurs, potentially even larger than Tyrannosaurus rex, and is believed to have been semi-aquatic, living in both water and on land during the Cretaceous period. Sinosauropteryx was one of the first non-avian dinosaurs discovered with evidence of feathers, marking a significant find in our understanding of dinosaur evolution. It lived during the early Cretaceous period, around 130125 million years ago, in what is now China. Sinosauropteryx had a small, slender body and likely used its feathers for insulation or display. The Cellosaurus was a small, herbivorous dinosaur known for its unusually tall and narrow skull, which may have been adapted for selective feeding on plants. Fossilized stomach contents suggest it may have consumed seeds, fruits, and other vegetation. The Cellosaurus lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 7.5–6 million years ago. Iguanodon was one of the first dinosaurs to be scientifically described in the early 19th century. It lived during the early Cretaceous period, approximately 140–110 million years ago. Iguanodon was a large, herbivorous dinosaur with a beak-like mouth and thumb spikes, which it likely used for defense against predators. Troodon was a small bird-like dinosaur known for its relatively large brain compared to its body size, suggesting it may have been one of the most intelligent dinosaurs. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 770 million years ago. Troodon had sharp teeth and is believed to have been primarily a carnivore, although it may have also eaten plants. Apatosaurus, formerly known as Brontosaurus, was a massive, long-necked dinosaur that lived during the late Jurassic period, around 154–150 million years ago. It had a small head, a long neck, and a whip-like tail. Apatosaurus likely traveled in herds and fed on vegetation, using its long neck to reach high branches. Triceratops was a herbivorous dinosaur known for its elaborate array of facial horns and frill ornamentation. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, approximately 7–675 million years ago, in what is now North America. Triceratops had a large, bony nasal horn and two long, curved horns above its eyes, possibly used for display or combat. Theropoda is a diverse group of bipedal, mostly carnivorous dinosaurs that includes iconic species like Tyrannosaurus rex and Velociraptor. They lived from the late Triassic period to the end of the Cretaceous period, spanning over 180 million years. Theropods ranged in size from small, feathered creatures to massive apex predators. Plateosaurus was one of the earliest known sauropodomorph dinosaurs, characterized by its long neck, small head, and bipedal posture. It lived during the late Triassic period, approximately 214–204 million years ago, in what is now Europe. Plateosaurus was a herbivore, using its teeth to chew tough vegetation. Sauroposeidon was one of the tallest known dinosaurs, with an estimated height of up to 60 feet. It lived during the early Cretaceous period, around 112–110 million years ago, in what is now North America. Sauroposeidon had a long neck and a small head, similar to other sauropod dinosaurs, and is believed to have been a herbivore. The Rhizinosauridae is a group of theropod dinosaurs characterized by their long necks, pot-bellied bodies, and large curved claws. They lived from the early to late Cretaceous period, primarily in Asia and North America. The Rhizinosaurids were herbivores or omnivores, using their specialized claws to strip leaves and other vegetation. Carcharodontosaurus was one of the largest carnivorous dinosaurs, rivaling even Tyrannosaurus rex in size. It lived during the mid-Cretaceous period, around 1,0094 million years ago, in what is now Africa. With long serrated teeth measuring up to 8 inches in length, Carcharodontosaurus was a formidable predator, likely preying on large herbivorous dinosaurs like sauropods and iguanodonts. Amargasaurus was a small, agile sauropodomorph dinosaur that lived during the late Triassic period, approximately 2102–10205 million years ago. Unlike its larger relatives, Amargasaurus had a relatively slender build and may have been capable of faster movement. Fossil evidence suggests it was a herbivore, feeding on low-lying vegetation. Gigantoraptor was one of the largest known oviraptorosaur dinosaurs, reaching lengths of up to 26 feet and weighing around 1.5 tons. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 70 million years ago, in what is now China. Despite its large size, Gigantoraptor was likely a herbivore, using its powerful beak to feed on plants. Giganosaurus was one of the largest theropod dinosaurs, surpassing even Tyrannosaurus rex in length. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 9897 million years ago, in what is now South America. With its massive size and powerful jaws lined with serrated teeth, Giganotosaurus was a fearsome predator, likely hunting large herbivorous dinosaurs like sauropods. Oryctodromeus was a small, burrowing dinosaur that lived during the early Cretaceous period, approximately 125–110 million years ago. It is one of the few known dinosaurs to have been adapted for a fossorial burrowing lifestyle. Fossilized burrows containing Oryctodromeus skeletons suggest it lived in family groups and may have used its burrowing abilities for protection against predators or harsh environmental conditions. Nigersaurus was a herbivorous dinosaur known for its unusual shovel-shaped mouth and rows of closely spaced teeth, which it used to efficiently crop vegetation. It lived during the early Cretaceous period, around 15105 million years ago, in what is now Niger. Nigersaurus had a relatively small head compared to its body size and is believed to have been a low browser, feeding on ferns and other ground-level vegetation. Therizinosaurus was a massive, herbivorous theropod dinosaur with long, scythe-like claws measuring up to 3 feet in length. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 7065 million years ago, in what is now Asia and North America. Despite its fearsome appearance, Therizinosaurus likely used its claws to strip leaves and branches from trees, rather than for hunting or defense. Dreadnoughtus was one of the largest known dinosaurs, with estimated lengths of up to 85 feet and weights of around 65 tons. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 7775 million years ago, in what is now South America. Dreadnoughtus had a massive, heavily built body and is believed to have been a herbivore, feeding on a diet of plants and foliage. Colophysis was one of the earliest known theropod dinosaurs, living during the late Triassic period, approximately 203,196 million years ago. It was a small, agile predator, reaching lengths of around 10 feet. Fossil evidence suggests Colophysis may have hunted in packs, making it one of the earliest examples of social behavior in dinosaurs. Concavenator was a theropod dinosaur known for the unusual hump-like structure on its back, which may have supported a display feature such as a sail or hump of fat. It lived during the early Cretaceous period, around 130,125 million years ago, in what is now Spain. Concavenator had long arms with large, recurved claws, suggesting it may have been an adept hunter or scavenger.